There's a button you have to press. It's called Add Yourself to the Stage. But we're over here watching 22's channel. Keep calm and collect for December 17th of this year. This show's almost done, so it's always cool to hang out with the homie or with the homies. So we're doing all right. All right. Let's see. So, can I share what I'm watching? I don't know what button I just pressed. But what's up, comic fans? First in the house is the adventurous Joe. Always adventurous. Always.
Heroes for Heroes. This is a fundraiser for Mission 22. This is hosted by the Bronze Age Nerd on his channel. Big Me McFly will also be there helping him.
So 22,
November 22nd,
talking about
Saturday, starts at
Heroes for Heroes,
time,
fundraiser for Mission 22, Cheap Starts, Comics, original art pages. So that's pretty cool.
Really good deals.
Good way to support
all going,
some veterans.
All proceeds go to Mission 22.
And like you said, all proceeds go to Mission 22.
Charity for veterans.
Very cool. Very cool.
They help them with mental health. And as well as like mental health rehabilitation and social mental health integration. So,
hey everyone, I'm the third person here. What's up, Joffrey?
Charity, you should definitely go.
I mean, I guess technically,
and like I said, all proceeds
take myself out of the running. You were the second person.
You'll be getting comic books.
Either way,
and,
you are a top.
You'll love it.
Viewer.
The Baker giveaway next Monday is
so we're
this
22's finishing up. So I figured he's
absolute Batman #1 Noir edition.
Participating in a fundraiser. He just put that information out.
Be here for that.
Now he's talking about his giveaway.
FOC. That'll be coming up next month. Keep a lookout on it. We got a new thumbnail that I need to put in. But yeah. Days of Future.
So always a good time over at
show, if I say so myself. Hashtag fisting to get a chance at getting a duck. Let's see how many we have in. We have 7 entries in. 7 entries in there. So let's see.
7 entries.
As far as people. Joe, looks like you're in there. Adam is in there. Mr. Akins. Bryant. What is that?
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, says Dale. There's my honey with 6. Otaku Mife. It's a fun listen for sure. Yes. Yes. Talking about the podcast. My honey. I don't like.
All right. Let's see. Oh, in the house. Let's go. All right, guys. So this is the hashtag to enter for your chance to win a duck for this month. So go ahead and put that in the house. I know Joe, I know Joffrey are here. So go ahead and drop that. We are coming, or I was coming from being a spectator, if you will, in 22's Keep Calm and Collect, where he gives us, he goes over the top 10 list from Cover Price, and then gives us alternatives into those books. All right. Yeah, look, Joffrey, the first one in with the hashtag. And there's Joe. Joe's probably flipping around, so yeah, Joe's not here. All right. So while I wait for you guys to put in some hashtags, I got some books I guess we can look at. These are all the books we already looked at. up for these. All right, so we'll finish off this box. Let's see what do we got. We got two entries so far. It's a me. All right, so what do we got? We got Death of Spider-Man. This is issue number 6. Ultimate Death of Spider-Man. Now, if I remember correctly, this may be the first or second Miles in a comic. Obviously, Ultimate Fallout 4 is the big one. This one I remember briefly. Now, this is the one that promotes. That's what it is. Promotes Ultimate Fallout. And that's it with this one. Ultimate Fallout 3, though, happens to be the first time that Miles appears in Ultimate Fallout. Believe it or not, there is a preview page at the end that shows Miles. The Death of Spider-Man 6 is part of the Death of Spider-Man story. What else do we have? We got this Silver Surfer looking guy in the Superman title called Oran. In the Adventures of Superman, the final tale of Oran. Or Fate. That's his final fate. Might be time to get some new glasses. What else do we have here? Deadpool number 1. This is the Jerry Dugan book. Deadpool, always a fun read. I like Jerry Dugan a lot. I think he's a really good writer. I didn't read the whole Deadpool series, though. I wasn't a huge Deadpool fan back then. Still not a huge Deadpool fan, but I like him. All right, let's see. What do we got? How many people are in here? Let's make this bigger. All right. Oh, Otaku Mike's in the house. Keep Calm and Collect. I believe just finished. I was over there too. And now here comes everybody. What's up, Otaku? How you been? Hope you're doing all right. Hey, look, I got the first appearance. Show some comics while I wait for everybody to get the hashtag in. The Adventures of Superman Bloodsport. This is the second Bloodsport. Not the first, but the second. What else do we got here? We got Reign of Superman. Man of Steel. The Man of Steel is back. Back, baby. What was this? This was Steel, right? This is the Adventures of Superman. I think this was Superboy was in this one. So you had Steel, Superboy. What else do we got here? Strange Academy. This is the Arthur Adams variant. A lot of people are collecting these Arthur Adams variants. Arthur Adams was at New York Comic Con. And a couple years ago, he was a free signature. This year, it was $20. Oh, that's cool. Cool cover. Evening comic book fam. Wait, which book was the cool one? Was it the Bloodsport? The second Bloodsport? What's up, Daniel? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Hope you're doing good. You are in the house. In the heezy for sheezy. and Adam. Up and Adam, we were battling today to see who had the most books. But it was good. It was fun. Yeah, the second Bloodsport.
We're at the end of week number 11. You've got the division leaders on the far left. The conference leader, the Eagles, they won last night at home.
All right, Star Wars. This one's been up and down, up and down. I've seen this book in dollar bins, and I've also seen it as high as $20. I don't know. I guess because it's a first appearance, people don't know where to put it in the Star Wars price catalog. And then good reviews on this Storm number 1, issue number 1. Believe it or not, I still haven't read it. But all right, I think we gave enough time. Yes, it was a good battle. We had a good time. Welcome, Brian Peter. Welcome. Brian Peter's in the house. I heard Bloodsport and thought, it's a good movie, man. Jean-Claude Van Damme was probably, I think he could whoop Steven Seagal any day if you go back to those 90s action flicks, right? Like, I don't even know if it's debatable. Like, Jean-Claude Van Damme was probably as close to the real thing, or if not the real thing in Hollywood as you can get. Meanwhile, Steven Seagal, he claims to be the real deal. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying he couldn't, beat up, lay some wreck on a normal person. But I think when you have like trained athletes and trained fighters and trained martial artists, Steven Seagal's kind of maybe on the bottom of the list. Jean-Claude Van Damme, probably a little bit higher on the list. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and spin this tool, this giveaway tool, this hashtag, and let's see who gets a duck. Joe, the adventurous Joe with a duck. Joe is the first person in the house, too. So, all right, Joe, congratulations on winning a duck. And for those of you who haven't witnessed the duck race here, those happen the first Monday of the next month, right? So we're talking about December 1st. We will have a duck race here on Monday Night Roll Book. So 2 weeks from now, and we'll give away a prize pack, throw some comics in there. I'll mail them out to you. You just have to make sure you get in contact with me. Primarily, I use Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, we'll figure it out. But you just have to send me your, slide into my DMs and send me your address. So that's how that works. Roll that wheel. Joe wins everything on drugs. You can't even say stay off drugs, kids, because apparently Joe is on a hot streak. Joe's on, and I hope you feel better, Joe. Joe's on some painkillers, dealing with some lockjaw. So hopefully that, gets better quicker or sooner than later. Though you're doing all right, Joe. It seems like the drugs are helping you to be a winner tonight. So congratulations on the duck. Yeah, I can imagine that cannot be pleasant. So the sooner, the better. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do some more comics. Yeah, I'm trying to go through my comic boxes again, guys. Just trying to pare down the collection, and sometimes it helps to go through the boxes. I mean, I moved a while ago, so I can't even blame it on the move, but there's a few boxes I haven't opened yet. And so when I moved, sometimes you just like throw all the comics in a box. And so I was getting character boxes and I was labeling boxes, but there were boxes that had space in them. And so when you move, you don't want the comics to be like, so you start consolidating boxes and start throwing comics in boxes that they don't belong into just to fill the box. So when you move, everything comes back all right. And for the most part, it's worked. I think in 2 moves, I've lost like 2 comics. So just because of comic shifting in the box, and one of them just gets damaged. And one of them was a variant that was probably worth about $30-$40. So that was like, oh, mean. And I think the other comic that got damaged was like a $5 book or something. So not bad odds. I'll take just a few comics being damaged instead over all the comics getting damaged. All right. It's today. Hey, today's Monday, guys. Let's look at some of the books that I might have ordered this week. Actually, I'm not going to do that. There's too many of those. I need a shorter list than that. Let's list all the books. I don't need to know all the books. I just need to know like your top 10 favorite ones. It's weird with Cover Price. I don't know if anybody else out there subscribes to Cover Price, right? But they have the Leave Me Signed In button, and I have never been left signed in. I sometimes I don't even close the browser. I'll just close the window with Cover Price. And when I go back in, I have to sign in again. And I'm like, why have the button that says leave me signed in if you will not leave me signed in? It would not have happened if I had made sure my tetanus shots were updated. Turns out I didn't have one in over 5 years. Stepped on a rusted nail, and here we are. That sucks. I'm sorry, Joe. Hey, guys, remember... the true and true. I don't want to tell people what to do with your life and your bodies, but hey, I've been vaccinated, and make sure to get your booster shots, especially if it's one of those tried and true vaccinations that people have been getting for years. Hey, but let me not be the one to tell you. But as you can see, Joe, an example of what happens sometimes when you miss that vaccination. Oh man, now I gotta go check to make sure I got my tetanus shots. Comics, cards, and collectibles insurance. Got to get that CCCI. Yeah, man. And if you rent, guys, apparently renter's insurance can help if your comic books ever get stolen. So, make sure you keep yourself insured. All right, I want to check this list out, and I know with you guys here might be the best time for me to do it because otherwise I may not actually get to the list. So anyway, these are the weekly shaker, or this is the weekly shaker report, the big comic sales of the week, November 14th. Now these are just books that are they don't have any like real category per se. So they're not all modern books. They're not all bronze, silver, golden age books. They're usually a mix, but they're looking for books that moved quicker than they normally do. That's what the Shaker Report is on CLZ. And this is typically a free article. So even if you're not subscribed to CLZ, you can still get a lot of this information. All right. So what do we have here? Batman 13. This is the Chuma Hill. Is this Emerald Coast? I think ECGCE is the Emerald Coast convention. Let's see. Moved nearly 200,000 copies, Batman 13. This was the first appearance of Catwoman in the Absolute Universe, or Absolute Catwoman. Let's see. A raw copy recently sold for $395 of this book. That is insane. I mean, it is a cat cover. So if you are a cat fan, but look at this raw $275. That's crazy. A slab goes for $300. You lose money slabbing this book, right? Because a slab it's typically around $40 all in. That is insane. But here's Batman 13. There was a ton of covers of this book that came out too. So craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's crazy. The fact that this book sold for $275 is the last recorded sale. And the average is $283. Yeah, hopefully, Joe. Hopefully. All right. I think I'm done with this list. I can't. I mean, if you're a cat fan, again, that is insane. This is the single most important thing to do for yourself this year. Insane. All right. Action Comics 1000. I have a couple of covers of Action Comics. I mean, this book was worth less than cover price. I mean, they did midnight openings for this, and there was a lot of Action Comics printed. And it's not Batman. This was at a time when Superman was maybe at its lowest. So, hey, Jim, good to see you. Good to hear you got over your sickness, man. That's good recovery time from this morning till now. A couple hours. As long as you stay hydrated. If you got a headache, take a Tylenol. And again, I'm not telling you what to take, but that's what I do. All right, stay hydrated, take a Tylenol. Sometimes I'll drink something with caffeine. So I don't really drink a lot of soda, but a lot of headache medicines, especially migraine medicines, have caffeine in them. I'm not a coffee drinker, so soda, Tylenol, and some water, and I'm usually okay. And then I find that moving gets me going. So going for a walk or going outside, just getting some fresh air, letting the sun hit me. That's a good. But good to hear, Jim, that you got over being sick this morning. All right, so this is the Gabriel Delgado Bulletproof Comics exclusive, right? So there you go. That looks like Christopher Reeve's Superman, right? So that's probably a big part of why this book is doing well. And it's sold raw for $150. Raw. So that is, again, crazy numbers. Guys, if you got like these variants, and variants about a year ago, honestly, were cold. There were a company, there were businesses that would do variants that were going out of business or weren't doing well, or went from strictly selling variants to selling weekly comics, actually participating in New Comic Book Day because they needed a new stream of revenue because variants were down. Now it looks like variants are starting to pick up again. So it's crazy. Make sure you check your collection for these variants. And if you have one, I don't know why you would hold on to it. I mean, if you like Gabriel Delgado or you're a Christopher Reeves Superman fan, Fortress of Solitude, I get it. If you just have it because you bought it, because you thought it was cool, $150 raw sounds like a good price to me. So yeah, last sale of this book was $150. So there you go. First appearance of Rogol Zaar, by the way. That was a doctor. So Brian Michael Bendis, I believe, I forget what illness he had, but it was pretty bad. Like could have could have cost him his life. And his doctor was, I forget if Rogol-Zar is a play on the doctor's letters of the name or is actually the name of the doctor. But this character, this villain, was named, the doctor was named, or the villain was named after the doctor, excuse me. So Rogol-Zar is actually a tribute, if you will, from Brian Michael Bendis to the doctor. And I know here it doesn't list Brian Michael Bendis as a writer, but believe me, this Action Comics 1000 was like an anthology. It had a lot of different stories in it. So he would have had a story in here. Let's see. Clocking in over 100 pages, the book includes a dozen stories by writers like Brian Michael Bendis. There it is. So that's good. All right. And don't forget, guys, we will, about 2-3 minutes, do another duck race. So hang around, possibly win another duck, or watch Joe win the next duck. And then everybody will say that it's rigged. But that's what happens. Also, guys, I'm watching Monday Night Football, but I'm not paying attention to it because it's Dallas Cowboys. I'm a Giants fan. Don't have time for the Dallas Cowboys against the Raiders. But the Cowboys are up 31-9 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter. So the Cowboys are kind of kicking butt tonight. You watching the game, Jim? Jim's big into football. Go check out his channel. He's got a whole bunch of mixed media on there. Not comics, though. Jim hasn't read a comic since he was like 14. All right, the Best of the Amazing Heroes swimsuit special. Who doesn't like a good swimsuit special? I don't like this swimsuit special, though. $12.95 price tag? Good golly, Miss Molly. Beach closed, go away. Oh, poop. But this is an Adam Hughes cover. Looks like you got the She-Hulk on there. The Best of the Amazing Heroes swimsuit special, #1 from Fantagraphs in 1993. Once a $15 novelty from the height of the 90s swimsuit specials, the 93 Amazing Heroes swimsuit special, trade paperback, beloved for its iconic Adam Hughes She-Hulk cover, has steadily risen in collector demand, now hitting a new high with a CGC 9.6, selling for $245. Good golly, Miss Molly. That is insane. Insane. And while I have your attention, speaking of good prices, I am currently tracking a book on eBay. And I'll share it with you because if anybody wants it, go ahead and snag it. I think it's a decent price. But, I'll share it with you. First appearance of White Tiger, 9.6, $70 plus $6.73 shipping from Milton, West Virginia. So, and I'm not selling that. So don't think I am promoting anything that I'm selling or trying to make money here. All right. What else we got? We got G.I. Joe, whatever this book is. Tim Seeley, Retailer Incentive, 110, G.I. Joe #6 from 2013. Let's see. Character portrait and tongue-in-cheek taglines remain fan favorites, and its low IDW print run helped drive a recent sale to $150. Let's see. CoverGirl. Who is she? Who she is and how she came to be. I broke his O-ring. Collectors confess. Eating right. Half the battle. Tips to actually hit your target. Vacation spots to die for. Let's see. Sierra Gordo. Springfield. Trucial. Abysmal. Got to get tough. The workout that'll do the trick. The hot issue. Courtney Krieger, fashion advice from the front line. Cover girl. She's currently like one of the mainstays of the G.I. Joes in the Energon verse universe books. So that's very cool. All right, what do we have here? Mortal Kombat 10. This probably came out around the time that Mortal Kombat 10 came out on video games. Yeah, celebrating the launch of Mortal Kombat 10 or X, this notoriously hard to grade 1 in 10 incentive variant featuring the iconic White Dragon logo. Right. On a rub-prone black cover, just hit a record 350 for one of only 2 CGC 9.8s, underscoring the franchise's enduring impact and collector demand. That's crazy. $350 for a 9.8. Look at this. Even this scan has like all this color rub in the cover. So this is a rare book because of how this book was printed. Probably cheaply, honestly. All right. Let's see. What else? We have The Mummy, Valley of the Gods. Looks like they're going to redo The Mummy, right? They're going to reboot The Mummy, do another Mummy movie. So this is out of Chaos Comics. First appearance. Limited to 999 copies and sold for about $125. Sale as buzz builds around the newly announced film. That's cool. You get Sonic the Hedgehog #1, introducing Breezy the Hedgehog. What up, Breezy? So Sonic selling for $235, 9.8. All right, somebody just scored a touchdown. Let's see, who is that? Tucker, Trey Tucker for the Raiders, the Vegas Raiders. 6-yard receiving touchdown. The score is now 31-15. Star Trek: The Next Generation through the mirror. What do we got here? Cast cover photo. Cast cover photos usually tend to be good. I for one, typically stay away from these. Now, as an investment, if that's what you like to do, go ahead and get these because sometimes they tend to do really well. I like artists, right? If I want photography or cinematography or whatever, I go to a different medium than comic books. I'm not looking for that photorealism in my comic book, so I like more art. Not that photography isn't art, but I like hand-drawn art. So I typically stay away from these, but as you can see, people probably chase these too to go to cons, get them signed by the cast and crew. So, well, not crew, but the cast. Maybe sometimes they know somebody on the crew. But $250 for a 9.8 on that. Vampirella Zero. This is a blue foil variant. Issued by the Comic Cavalcade. Most rare of 4 variants, and had a sale for a raw copy of $450. If you're a Vampirella fan and you got that in your collection, go pull it out. Vampirella Strikes #1. This is a Michael Turner cover by Comics Pro. Let's see, $250 for a 9.8. Let's got Wally. Love me some Wally. $400 for a 9.8 Rain variant. Yes, #0. Printed during a brief licensing window and poorly preserved due to its young target audience. So this was definitely with the kiddie books. So a bunch of these probably just got destroyed. And then what do we got? Key of the Week. What is this? Flops. Third Eye Comics variant. Rogues Gallery #1 by Flops. 112 as collectors begin picking up his earlier work. So yeah, this is the artist Flops, who's starting to get some big momentum now. People are actually liking this artist. So he's getting going. So Rogues Gallery was one of his first, or this was his first published cover art. So somebody paid $112 for this. I think it's not horrible. So yeah, that was that list. That was that list. I have whoa, what do you got there? I have 3 of those Vamps sitting in a box somewhere. Need to dig those out. Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do. That Vampirella Zero. You definitely need to dig that guy out. Unless you got the Michael Turner one, in which case you got to dig that one out too. But this was $450 for the I think it said blue foil variant of that one. So the name appears in blue on these guys down here. You got a gold. Looks like there's a red. Let's see. Red foil, second print gold, a platinum, and a polybag red foil. Gorgeous Vamp cover. Yeah. Vamp covers usually tend to, have some visual appeal, if you will. All right. I think it's time to do another hashtag. Let's give away another duck. Let's see. What's the hashtag going to be? I don't know. Hashtag. As far as football philosophy, forced Brian to really think for the first time himself what meant the most to him. Let's see. All right, let's try this one, I guess. Hashtag Vamp. Yes. What? You have 2? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome having a blue. Two blues. You can even sell one and keep one. That's pretty awesome. That is. Did I say that was awesome? Because that is awesome. Hashtag. That was like a vampire looking in the mirror, right? Like you can't see it. So Vamp Yes is there. It's just as a vampire in a mirror. All right. Well, I'll let you guys get that in. This is the perfect opportunity for me to show more of my books. All right, what do we got? Oh, nice. Got a couple of all new Wolverine number 3s. So just check something out. I always forget why I have so many of these, but I know I found these in the 50-cent bin. And it's like the second appearance, I believe, of the Honey Badger. Right? So, all new Wolverine number 3. This is me when I met Jeffrey. I was 14 years old. I was 16 years old. 17, 14 years old. Second appearance of Gabby. That's what these are. So yeah, paid 50 cents. I think it's only a $5 book, but I got a couple of copies. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is just a dope Wolverine cover. I don't know if there's any spec behind it. But you just got this menacing figure. And it's like a black, red, and white cover. So this was black, red, and white way before they started doing the black, white, and red. Or red, white, and black, however you want to put it. So this is from 1996, December. So what else? This, I believe, this is Spider-Man number 5, and this is Spider-Man India getting a brand new costume. I was going to tell you, use 4 drugs, yo. 4 drugs, yo. Love that series. Yeah, that was a good one. I have 1 or 2 slabs actually from that. So in this issue of Spider-Man number 5, India, Spider-Man India, he kind of gets his well, he's dealing with the lizard, and he kind of gets his costume all ripped up, tore up, if you will. There's a cool little New York Comic Con advertisement in here. Let's see. Rick Remender, Rachel Smith, Jeff Smith, Jorge Jimenez, Jerry Dugan, Zeb Well, Cliff Chang, Michael Kent, Jenny Frison, Adi Granoff, Chris Claremont. Just some of the Tom Taylor, just some of the names that they were naming for New York Comic Con back then. Let's see. But yeah, he gets Spider-Man India gets beat up pretty bad in this issue. And I believe at the end of this issue, he gets a new costume. I could be wrong, but I believe that is what happens. Here you could see him swinging, hair exposed. So it looks like the Cowboys just tackled Ashton Genty in the end zone. So there's a safety. So here you see, look, he's beat up. His mask is half gone. So wait, what's this? Somebody brings him a gift. And before we know it, Spider-Man India's got that new suit. I'm gonna lie, it's a pretty dope suit. I like it. And I believe that was the one that they used in the Spider-Verse film. So Spider-Man India, number 5. If you like that suit, you could probably find that in a dollar bin somewhere. What else we got? Ultimate Spider-Man issue 15. Anytime I see an Ultimate Spider-Man issue for relatively cheap, gotta go pick it up. All new Wolverine. This is issue 33. And you have a future Laura Kinney in here. So Laura Kinney from the future. Had 2 of those. All right. What else we got? All new Wolverine number 28. There's something that's, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what the spec is on this one, but I think it's like a new suit or something. But let's see. Let's see if we can find it. It's only a $4 book, so that's not bad. First mention of the name Honey Badger. Gabby named by Dak, and that's what it is. All right, so you get the first mention of the name Honey Badger in this one. Got 2 of those.
one in charge.
That was his girlfriend that gave him his new suit, which was the one he was wearing the second Spider-Verse movie. Yep. Very cool. Joe knows everything. Even on the pain meds. Bet you sometimes when you're on the pain meds, you know even more. You don't have anything inhibiting you from getting deep into that brain, that cerebellum, and you just start remembering stuff. Here's a interesting like homage, if you will. Avengers versus New Ultimates #3, Death of Superman, Spider-Man, excuse me. So you got this like Ultimate Universe Punisher looking dude with Spidey right down the sights. And before we spin, we got one more. This is Ghost Cage. I just picked this up because this looks like some good Nick Dragotta goodness. This character here looks a lot like a character from East of West, if you guys have read that. But it is Nick Dragotta also drew that, so that is not... That's not something that, you know, would be unexpected, you know, with the style of drawing, if you will. Christina's in the house. What's up, Christina? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Christina's always busy, all over the place, showing her support to all the YouTube universe. But how you doing, friend? I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going great with the family. Yeah, there you go. Busy. Oh, Dagger. Yo. Dagger's in the house. What's up, Dagger? And all right. Kirby takes home this. All right. Kirby's got 3 ducks. Kirby's got 3. Joe won a duck earlier. Joe's got 3. Lots of ducks going out there. Everybody saying what's up to each other, and then congrats. All right, for you football fans out there, Cowboys winning 33-16 in the 4th quarter with 10:47 left.
By Eric Stokes. And Lamb was rolled down.
All right, let's see if we can finish this box off. I think there's even some non-comics in here. So what do we got? Oh, that's weird. We got the Marvel previews with Deadpool and Batman. And at one point, these were like going for like $10. They were free. So I know it's like people are like, previews, why would you put a preview in a bag and board? Well, if it's valuable to somebody, why not? Let's see. Pass one of my ducks to Christina, please. All right, will do. Kirby throwing a duck to Christina.
Ferguson, this good run after the catch by Pickens. And then Ryan Flanor. Yeah, man, we'll hear from Brian Schottenheimer after this game as to what went into the decision.
Very cool. Very cool of you, Kirby. Appreciate you for being so giving. This the season for giving, by the way. We got Thanksgiving about 10 days away, 11 days away. So 7 plus 5, 12 days away. Let's see. 11 days away. Really? All right. What's up, Dagger? Pretty sure I said what's up already, but sorry I'm late, but I had to finish day 17 of my Lore and Consistency Challenge in support of soldiers. Yeah, which is awesome, Dagger. I mean, what is it? 30 straight days you're supposed to do it, so you're a little bit past the 2 week mark at this point. So I mean, don't even be sorry. You're staying fit and doing a good thing for charity. Yep, we got that. Catching up on the chat. How many ducks do I have again? Chop, you have 0 ducks for this month, Chop. 0 ducks for this month. But you already got a prize pack, so that will. I should just mail that out at some point. I am so behind. Go Cowboys. How about them boys? Yes, that was very kind of Kirby. How many ducks does Christina got, Will? For this month, that was Christina's first duck. So Christina has 1 duck. 1 duck. I thought we were friends. The C word is a bad word. Oh, yeah. Go, Pack, go. Yeah, Pack beat up on my Giants this week. Little comeback there. Over halfway there. That's true. You are. Bad habits are hard to break. Been a fan since I was a kid, but I know them boys been slacking since the 90s. Yeah, they have been slacking hard. Slacking's not even the right word. All right. And Joe has also given a duck to Christina. So that means Kirby and Joe have 2. Bunch of people with 1, and Joffrey has 3. Joffrey at the beginning of the month just like crushed it, like took all the ducks. Go Washington. Yeah. X to the easy, Joey. Christina wrecking up the ducks. All right, here's some more books while I got you here. AEW Origins. This was a freebie. Basically, all these wrestlers they created these comic book style origin stories for them, and that one kind of collected them. Homer is a nice guy. Don't. Joe is the man for giving to Christina. That's right. That is right. Here's another free comic book day book. This one I think is a wraparound. You don't normally get a wraparound cover for a free comic book day, but we got one here. And it's pretty cool what they're doing with the Energon universe. You know, they've managed to mix them all together, right? So you got the G.I. Joes with the Transformers, right? So it's cool. It's cool, if you will. And then you got a Fantastic Four, little giant-sized X-Men action in here. Naaman's in the house. Oh! Actually, this is like donkey, I think, in sign language. So, wolf. Woo! Woo! For those of you who don't know, Naaman named me the wolf, and so I am Naaman's loyal wolf. Woo! I can do this. Woo! How! Niece loves rubber ducks. Been getting so many for her. Yeah, that's actually like a thing. Like people put them in their Jeeps on the dashboard. I notice them a lot more when I go out of state than here in New York. But people do that. People do that. Naaman's in the house. Just paying it forward like she did for my birthday last year. It's a birthday. Joe, you only turned 21 once. That's a cool wraparound, right? Right? And that was a free comic book day book. So I'll take that. I'll be 48 next month. You meant you'll be 28 next month, Joe. What's wrong with my eye? I usually wink with this one. That's why. Okay. It just looks like I'm in pain. My birthday is next month too. I have a brother whose birthday is next month. The Loyal Wolf. Oh! I wish I was 28 again. Don't we all? 28 was fun. At least body-wise. Find your ID dark. IDW. IDW is doing all these like dark. So like the red label usually means adult on these free comic books, day books. Blue is like everybody, and then I believe green is for kids. So IDW was doing some horror books, and that was that. Free comic book day. I love free comic book day, by the way. If I can't go, I'll find like a friend to hit it up for me. Or if I can, I'll try to take the day off. I mean, just for like to go to a comic book store for the hour just to get my free books, but it's fun. I like it. And there is a comic shop by me that usually has like signings on free comic book day. And like one of them typically tends to be Scott Snyder, because Scott Snyder is kind of a local to where I am. So that was great. Yes. Got some free books when I bought that box of sketch covers in Toronto when I went there with James Raz. I do autoglass work and I see so many Jeeps with them rubber ducks in them. It's crazy Jeep thing, but the real Jeep drivers that off-road hate them ducks. It's for the mall crawler Jeeps. Yeah, I mean, if you're going off-roading and you got those Jeeps on your counter, like if you're not gluing them down, like they're not staying there anyway. But yeah, I guess there are the true Jeep riders and then the non. Hey, look, I found some. These feel like Silver Age size bags. Yeah, look at that. Look at all these empty Silver Age bags and boards. Nice. Found those. That's good. I knew I was missing some. Also, to all wrestling fans, say a prayer for Rebel as she found out today she has cancer. Ah, man. That is not a fun thing. Cancer sucks, man. So let's see. Just looked it up real quick. 1 day ago, the veteran made an emotional post on social media revealing her condition. AEW and former TNA wrestler battling 2 life-altering illnesses. It's not been on AEW television since 2022. Pulmonary lymphoma and extremely rare form of cancer. All right. So yeah, battling it's like a lymphoma of the lung, which is not cool. And that's why we fight cancer every year, guys. Yes. Get out of here. Get out of here, cancer. What he likes you. All right. Well, now I feel insincere with being like, here's the last book that I had in that box. It's Marvel must-haves. These are usually free. See that? Free. This is March of 2025. So if you see a Marvel must-have on the shelf, guys, grab that because, well, make sure it's free. But I believe 99 to 100% of the time, these have been free. And it's usually a collection of 3 or 4 comics. So this one had Captain America #1, Spider-Man Reign 2, issue #1, and Phoenix #1. So you get a nice little smattering of comics. All right. So we can drop the lid on that box. And that box is actually an X-Men box. So what actually has to happen with that box now that I've gone through it and I've seen what's in there, is I need to, put those books in the proper boxes they belong to so I can move my X-Men comics, my Uncanny X-Men comics, into that box. Which is funny because I happen to have another X-Men box here. It's Extreme X-Men. X-Men to the extreme. Rah! Which honestly, that did not go very long. They did Extreme X-Men. Fork cancer. That's right. Fork cancer. Now, cancer sucks. I mean, I think everybody has kind of had some. I mean, if you're lucky enough not to know somebody who had cancer, good on you. Because I think everybody here has had some run-in with some form of cancer, or just knowing somebody who's had cancer, or knowing somebody who knows somebody who has cancer, right? Having a friend who had a family member who had cancer, or just having a family member who had cancer, or having cancer yourself. So cancer's just sucks. It sucks hard. By the way, guys, it is 11:05, and I feel like we just got started. Like the night is just going. Nothing like you being united in a cause, like saying "F you, cancer," to feel like you are part of something, right? So let's do this, and let's go ahead and do another duck. Then why not? And let's do another. Give away another duck. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. And boom! There we go. My condolences, Joe. I mean, it's never anything pleasant. I lost my grandmother to cancer. So, yeah, kind of sucks. My dad's had thyroid cancer in the past. And that's it. I know my mom gets screened a lot, just in case. They're definitely watching some stuff. But yeah, it's just, it's brutal. Cancer is brutal. That's probably the nicest way to put it. It just ruins so many things. All right, looks like the Cowboys are going to take this one home. 17 points. Only 2 minutes left in the game. So it looks like the Cowboys are going to pull this one out and get the W. So, yep, devastating disease. Like you said, definitely devastating. It's not not cool. Not cool at all. Big Cancer put out this world like Star Killer did to the Ewoks on the Force Unleashed 2 video game. Or Ewoks. That is. Go, boys. Sorry, everyone. Oh, man. So I got this Marvel Age, little dinged up, but I think I only paid 50 cents for this one. Dr. Octopus, Greatest Battles. And so that's really what it is a compilation of different comics and Spidey's battles, right, with Doc Ock. So let's go through the book. Right, there's different comics in here that show his battles with Doc Ock. So I haven't really seen this book. I've seen this book like once, I guess. And that was it. And I bought it. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of this book around. And this, I guess I didn't show you the size of that book. But it is bigger than your standard size comic. So here's Green Arrow #1 miniseries, and you can see that this is slightly bigger, but big enough that you can't fit it in a current bag, and it may not fit in a Silver Age bag either. It may just be slightly too big. You saw the Green Arrow #1 here. What else? You remember Damage Control? Here's Damage Control #1. These are the guys that when the heroes do all the destruction, these guys come in and clean it up. Love them badass teddies, right? The Ewoks. Love those guys too. JDG and PNG. What is up? Hulk collector's item, first issue from April 1999. 1999. You got Burn on this one. Feel the burn. Or Byron. Garney. Ron Garney. Ron Garney did a couple of cool covers for why am I blanking on the name of it? Berserk. That's what it was. Berserk. New Universe #1, right? This was during the Starlin era. Starlin was trying to add all sorts of cool stuff to the Marvel line, if you will. Here we go. West Coast Avengers Annual #1. So cool. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like The Wizard of Oz? It's actually a book out right now from Ignition Press. I'm blanking on the name. It just came out, I think, last week. And one of the main characters, as I hide behind this, one of the main characters is Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. So I found that to be cool. I was like, cool, but I didn't show you the book yet. So this is Legends of Oz, right? And this is TikTok. So if you ever saw, this is out of Aspen Comics, by the way. there was a movie. There was a Wizard of Oz, like 2, and there was a book. There's Frank L. Baum, right? I think that was his name. There's like a whole series of books, maybe like 15 chapters or something like that. Wizard of Oz based. Really cool. Check them out if you can. I read them years ago, but I couldn't stop reading them when I got my hands on them. But TikTok is a character that appears in the second movie, and I believe is in the second book. It was a recurring character. Really cool little robot guy. So really, really cool. You can check out Wizard of Oz stuff. The books. Definitely worth a read. And if I remember correctly, they are kid friendly. So definitely check them out. All right, let's go ahead and draw this. Let's give Cancer a big. If you Cancer, nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Who gets a duck? Kirby gets another duck. Kirby got the duck back. That's what we call karma. Comes back around. So let's go ahead and spin it one more time. And if Joe gets one, then we know. These books you speak of have pictures? Unfortunately, they don't have pictures, right? I knew it. I knew Joe would win if we spun again. So Joe got his third duck back. All right. I'm going to give it one more spin, guys. One more spin. One more. See if we can get somebody new. Dagger! And Dagger gets a duck. All right, we're going to stop there because I can't give out too many ducks because, yeah, then we just overflow the whole duck race with too many ducks. Give this one to Chop. Congratulations, Kirby. Second one again. Totally rigged. Give this one to Chop. All right, Joe giving away ducks. So let me just do that. Get this, by the way. Chop, you got a duck now. All right, let's see what else we got. It's all rigged. Pass one to Chop, so he has one. Well, now Chop has two. All right. So now Chop has two. Woot woot. Give mine to Christina. That way it's fair to everyone. All right. And now Christina gets another duck. All right, we got a lot of people with ducks, and there's still 2 more weeks, guys. There's still 2 more weeks to get more ducks, right? You got next Monday, and then you've got, oh, shit. So we may have to do Monday Night Raw books on Tuesday because I am traveling on Monday for the holidays. Ooh. All right. Well, either way, it's all good. All good in the hood. And then you have the 20. And then on the 1st, I usually draw a duck 2 before we do the duck race. So we should be in good shape on that day. We all double ducking. We are double ducking. All the ducks. Everybody gets all the ducks. All right. What did I do here? Oh. All right. think I pulled out a couple of books. So why don't we just finish off with these books, and then I'll let you guys go. So there was a time when Scott Snyder was writing for IDW, and he did Dark Spaces Wildfire. I did not finish this series, but I thought it was pretty good. You got some convicts fighting fires, if you will. And so I didn't actually finish reading this, but I did get a bunch of issue 1 covers because they really went crazy printing these covers. Now, I think originally, and I could be wrong, I think originally these were Comixology books, right? So they were released on the internet first and then came out later, printed. I know a couple were printed on Dark Horse. A couple were printed, I believe, at IDW. So, a couple of these books were definitely internet first, if you will. Damn, this community never ceases to amaze me. The kindness and generosity is one of a kind. Thank you all for being awesome. That's right, Chop. These guys are awesome. Every one of you guys who shows up here, I'm glad that you do, because you bring a little something, a little humanity to the day. Take back justice. Occupy Avengers. Number 1. Let's see what else we got. Anybody remember Robin? Robin had a series. This is Robin number 1. The deadliest fighters in the world have met their match. And then DC Rebirth, Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is Scott Lobdell. He's doing this one. Have you ever played Horizon Zero Dawn, issue 1 out of Titan? This book was big for a second. Sonata number 1. At one point, I think this was like a $10 book. Not anymore. And last but not least, Cable number 1. Foily, shiny. It's a wraparound too, by the way. Here's another cool wraparound, guys. So you got Cable. Let's see. Looks like some Bishop, some Jean Grey. Not sure who that guy is. I don't know who that guy is either. Looks like Wonder Man, but Wonder Man doesn't carry guns, does he? I mean, it's the 90s. So, pretty cool. And we will give this book an actual, instead of just a bag with no board, we will give this guy bag and board. Look at that. Foil shiny good. He has 3 guns. Be kind. Rewind. Foil shiny goodness. That's right. We like that foil shiny goodness. Ugh. Ready for whatever, Dagger. All right, let's see what we got here. We'll do a couple more books. Might as well. All right. I don't remember reading this, but I must have bought it because it was Bolt. Every once in a while, I like to see what the other publisher's about. Hello Heart. So I don't know what that's about, but we'll check it out. What else we got? Original Sin, all new Invaders, number 6. What we got here? So you definitely have Captain America. You have Namor. Looks like Bucky. Some skull in the background exploding. A couple of skulls. I'm not sure what that's about. Silver Surfer and Who's that in the back right? Is that Brand? No idea. This was a fun series. I really liked the first volume. I wasn't too sure about the second volume, but Homesick Pilots. If you're like into underground punk, it might be your scene. What else we got? Heart Attack. Heart Attack. You ought to know by now. The Weatherman #1. Looks like I have a bunch of indie #1s in this pile. What else? Secret Empire. One of those, this Free Comic Book Day, one of those kind of not so loved miniseries. Monsters Unleashed #1. Cullen Bunn. This book was actually pretty popular when it came out. I feel like a lot of people were digging it. Maybe because you got Elsa Bloodstone in it, and she was really big for a while, right? Because they did the that Halloween special. What was it, Manwolf? What we got here? Cyborg #1. He had his own series during Rebirth, and I don't think he's had his own series in a while. Maybe during. I don't even know the last time Cyborg, honestly. And then you got Aliens #1, right? When we had the old Krakoan era going. I gotta look for some of these books to put in the prize packs for next week. Or 2 weeks from now. So. All right, because I want to see what these new bags and boards are. I'm going to pull out just a couple more books. Oh, here we go. These are not the new. Where's the new backboards? And they're back here. All right. These just look like some new or some older books I picked up that I put in new bags and boards. That's all they are. What we got? X Factor. 142, not 142. X Factor. A lot of people collect X Factor. Not a ton of big books out of X Factor. You do have 5 and 6 are usually bigger money books, but not like super outrageously priced. Yeah, you got Apocalypse in those, but nothing too crazy with X Factor. We got Spectacular Spider-Man with the X-Men in there. That was cool in the 90s. They used to do the crossovers, right, to try to get some sales. But that was fun. Avengers West Coast. Terminated. So, and then what do we got? We got Avengers 378. Fallout. All new Ghost Rider #2, Robbie Reyes, right? With his car. A lot of people like that car. Here's a pretty interesting cover. This is Bloodstrike, right? Rub the blood. So it's got like this blood on the cover, which is actually textured. And I want to say, I forget if it glows in the dark or if it's black light activated, but it does something. It does something. Got a big box of comics curing cancer goodies today. Nice surprises in the mystery boxes of comics I bought. Nice. You can't go wrong with some unexpected surprises. I mean, it's a mystery box too, right? So mystery boxes are fun every once in a while. And I feel like with comics curing cancer, they're not gonna throw you a junk mystery box. Like they're gonna have some value to them. So little extra thank you for helping to fight cancer. Though I like Cullen Bunn, I can't end on Parasomnia. Sonia #1. Just because I feel like we need a better book to end on. Put these back in there. But yeah, Comics Curing Cancer, definitely one of those things that's worth checking out. If you haven't done the Comics Curing Cancer thing, I just recommend you check out the stream. Happens every October of every year, so you missed this year, but there are year-round events and year-round ways to donate to the cause to help fight cancer. But the big show happens a weekend in October. Usually it's like the weekend after New York Comic Con or 2 weekends after New York Comic Con. So what do we got? We got the crossover series here. Crossover #1. New Guardians out of DC. We got some Marvel Weird World. Is that like the Flash sign or Shazam sign? What is going on there? A-Force. This is A-Force #2. This is the variant cover, I believe. Yeah, I think it's cover B. And hey, what's up, E-Man? E-Man's in the world. What it do, Cuppy and Comic Fam? Rob downplayed what was in them, but I should have known Rob's idea of average books is. Yeah, I mean, if it's Rob, you gotta, yeah. There's been times I bought books and I'm like, oh man, I got a good deal on this, awesome. And he's like, you should get a good deal on that book. And I'm like, I don't know if you're joking or not. Hanging while I do things in the background. Hope you guys had a great weekend, everyone. It wasn't a bad weekend. Man, I love those 90s covers. Foil shiny, hollow, lenticular, embossed, glow in the dark, black like animated. Love the different texture, right? I mean, it was a cool era. Even if they printed like 6 billion of them. I think you got Dr. Doom in the background here. Even if they printed like 6 billion of all those covers, it was still a cool era to be alive in, to check all that stuff out, right? Like that was definitely the move. But I as a child of or as a collector, well, not a collector, as a reader of comics in the 90s, I always appreciated the gimmick, the 90s gimmicks. Like they were just really cool. Like you can't say anything bad about how cool that era of comics was. Oh, they just muted the conversation with Dak Prescott, and I don't know if that's because something was said from the crowd or inflammatory. They just lost audio. I guess they just lost audio because they totally shifted away from the conversation and went to commercial. So I think that was just bad audio. The Me You Love in the Dark. It's about I didn't finish reading this, by the way, but this is issue 5. This might actually be the last issue of this. Scotty Young, Jorge Corona, about a woman who falls in love with a ghost. So if you're into ghost stories, that might be one worth checking out. This is a cool looking book. little thick. Fantastic Four, Atlantis. Is this a wraparound cover? Looks like it could be. It also seems like there may just be 2 books in here. Ugh. Nope. Guys, it's lenticular. We were just talking about that. You got a little fight happening. Oh no, Atlantis. And it's a wraparound lenticular cover, which makes it kind of hard to get the total picture, but you get it. Bunch of heroes fighting, and then a bunch of destruction in Atlantis. So that's pretty cool. I probably bought it because I thought it was cool when I first saw it. I was like, what is this? Let's see. Tom DeFalco. Tom DeFalco with the plot. Glenn Herdling, the script. Who is the penciler? MC Wyman, penciler. All right. Mark Gruenwald, Big Fish. So, yeah, they just said technical difficulties. So that seemed to be what was up. With the wrapper. Yeah, you were talking about all the things of the 90s, and they were just like, here is everything you were talking about in one book. Too bad there was no foil on there. Let's see. What's that? I still have some of my OG 2099 books and the PTB of Death of Spider-Man, or the TPB of Death of Superman from when I was a kid, and a few others that I held on to since I was that's cool to have the kid books. I recently found like a stack of, and none of them were like in awesome condition, but not horrible condition either, like very fine to fine condition. But they were all books from when I was a kid, and a lot of them weren't even bagged and boarded. So I was like, my mom was like, at first I was like, oh man, these books are a little messed up. And my mom was like, those are in really good condition for a kid who didn't, bag and board the books. And I was like, you know what? That's true. And the cool thing is that fact that they're from my childhood. So that was pretty cool. What else we got? Crossover number 1. I remember this being pretty cool at first, with all these characters that were making appearances. Like, they didn't really have like the Hulk or somebody show up in the book, but you'd see a guy with a hammer and you'd be like, oh, that's Thor, or you see a big green strong guy and like, oh, is that the Hulk? But they didn't really refer to them by name. Of course, they could do some of the Image characters, so that was cool. What is this? Star Wars. Journey to Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Star Wars: Shattered Empire. So, before the movies, sometimes they did comics that kind of took you there. Sam Wilson, Take Back the Shield, number 14. This is the first number 1. So they did, and they still sometimes do it. They don't really number them anymore, but they tell you like, this is the first comic in a brand new, storyline. So even though it's issue 14, you don't feel like you missed anything. 14 issues later. What else we got here? At X-Men. I don't have number 1 here for some reason, but this is X-Men 2, but they were doing 2099 variants. So remember talking about your 2099 shop? So Daniel, it seems like anytime you mention some form of comic book, it just seems to show up, right? So you mentioned like lenticular and all that stuff, and that shows up. And then you mentioned 2099 characters, and we pull the 2099 variant cover out of the box. So these were all the Age of Krakoa books with Jonathan Hickman writing them. How official they look. Professor X in his suit, Magneto in the suit, right? What else? Apocalypse in a suit. So, some cray. All right, let's see.
When I first started college, I had to
Well, we're kind of on this run, I guess. Let's see if we can pull out anything else that Chop. I may or may not be an extraterrestrial being. All right, here's some Peter Parker Spider-Man, issue 44. I think this was the second volume of Spectacular Spider-Man. What else? We got some Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 3. So it seems like we jumped from 3 to 44. All right. They recently did like a artist proof version of this book. I thought since it had come out so many years ago, I thought like it was just dead. But maybe there's a cult following for this, or they know something we don't. But A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. I believe there was like an artist version of this book that came out a couple of maybe 2 weeks ago. Swordmaster. Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. So Swordmaster becomes the new Iron Fist in this book. And this might be the one where Swordmaster either transforms into the Iron Fist or it's like right before that happens. Now let's let Spidey's roll. Yeah, I think unfortunately that was the end of the Spideys, at least for now, until we get to the next pocket of Spidey books in there. But we had Arrow number 1. So there was really a big push for these Pan-Asian or Pacific Asian Pan-Asian characters, right? Just a few years ago. And so you had Swordmaster, Arrow, what was the other one? Swordmaster, Arrow. I'll think of the other ones in a minute. There was the Team Up. There was Kaguchi. Right? Did I say that one right? There were a lot of characters that were coming out. That ain't a sword. This is a sword. Ugh. I don't want to see your sword. Oh man, A Righteous was a crazy book to read. However, in Remender fashion, it ends quite abruptly. Worth a read. Yeah, that's the thing. Either things end abruptly or it takes 2 years for him to continue the story. So, Rick Remender, man. Killing us, dog. Yeah, this is this should be an art germ. I don't see his signature on the book. Oh, there it is. It kind of blends in. This is an art germ cover of Arrow number 1.
Like a whole game here in Dallas, and they could use all the support, all the wind in their sails.
All right, I think I'll pull out one last. Let's keep Ulse. That's what I'm saying. Let's keep those swords in their sheaths. All right. Oh, all right, Chop. Chop, I don't know how you do it, Chop. I don't know how you do it. We'll end with one not book, but I don't know how you do it. But you did it, Chop. This is Chop. I don't know how you did it, but you said let the Spideys roll, and I just pulled out a bunch of Ultimate Spideys. So we got Ultimate Spidey number 7. We got Ultimate Spidey number 8. Right? And this is all Bendis and Bagley, right? We got Ultimate Spider-Man number 9. Chop asked for it and he got it. We got Ultimate Spider-Man number 18. I've been collecting this in bits and pieces, and this is probably a lot that I got all together. And by I know, I'm pretty sure I have also issues 1, 2, and 3. And then there was like a 20-something in this box somewhere, so I got to find that one and get it back in here. Issue number 39. Just like Rodimus. Chavez, the touch. You've got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. It's late in the night, and my voice is not equipped for the to hit the notes constantly like that. You got the power. Yeah. All right. Ultimate Spider-Man number 45. Hit me up though after I've had my tea with honey, and then maybe we'll do a little karaoke. Cuppy with the voice of an angel. With the voice of an angel. 47. What else? 48. What else we got here? 49. Little Kingpin action. That's right. Spidey senses better be going off. 50. The Black Cat. 51 with Black Cat on the cover. How is that suit functional? I'm just saying, I know Black Cat be doing some acrobatics, so I'm not sure how that's functional. You've got the touch. Again, Chop. Remind them what kind of channel this is. Oh, Joe. Joe's medicated right now, by the way, guys. Joe is on some medication. All right. That is Elektra. You know, Spidey he's got the Riz. Good Spidey. Cats always land on their feet. All right. And then we got Spawn, number 11. Okay. Nice McFarlane cover there. So this has to go on the Spawn box. Let me see. I think we're going to end there, guys. Yeah, let's end there. I think that's a good place to end. I just looked to see if there was any Spidey or Transformers coming up. Not so much, but some good books. There's some good books in there. Hey, leave me alone. I'm some heavy drugs right now. Words come out the way. That's what I was saying, Joe. I was like, Joe, you medicated. It's okay. We're okay with that. Little Spawn, little early Spawn. Spawn issue 11. I probably collected somewhere in the first 20 Spawns, and then I feel like there was a short period in the 90s where I collected books, a couple years, but maybe 2 years, and then after 2 years just got out of comics. So I have a lot of early 90s runs: Spawn, Ghost Rider, Nighthawk, what else? What am I? The sleep guy. Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker, and then some Spidey. You know, I guess the three, probably like the 330s to like 350, 360 range. Early Spawn was really good. Spawn, yeah, I like the early. All Spawns are good. Yeah, I mean, I like the covers. The Spawn covers usually don't fail. I think they do a really good job, at least with doing the covers and saying, "Hey guys, these are the covers. You know, we want to do some good covers for Spawn." So, but I think they do a really good job with the covers. Let's see. What do we got here? We got some DC. I feel like we ended on a good note. Yeah, I think we did good with the comics. So I think this is the moment. So we're gonna head out, I think, for the evening. Before we do head out, though, yeah, you guys hung around for a while, so we'll give away one more duck. One more duck for the giveaway on December 1st. Oh, and I definitely put a 1K giveaway announcement in this, which I also did last week. But I will reiterate about my 1K announcement, which I did mention it last week. One more duck. One more duck. One more duck. All right, but no, it's hashtag family channel. Where is the box? Here it is. So here's the box, guys, for the 1K giveaway. There is 2 books in here. You can guess what kind of books if you want. Got the Fragile sticker. 2 books in here. One of them's going to the community. The other one's going into the PC. Right? But I got to do an unboxing video for this. So when I do the unboxing video for this, you guys will find out what book is in this box. So what I'm telling you is I'm giving away for 1K a book from this box. I think it's a cool book. I guess I can give some clues, not too many. It's a book I already own. It's the first appearance of a character. Pretty sure it's from the late 80s book. It's definitely a character that's been shown here. And it is a good book. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I don't give away too much, but yeah, in that box is something I will give away for 1K, my 1K subscriber giveaway. What's in the box? What's in the box? I'm probably actually not going to give away to January though, right? So I want that to be a slow burn. But we'll unbox it. We'll show them. I'll release info on how to actually get that book, and expect the unboxing sometime. Joe only says that because Joe sent me a package And where is your package is over there. Joe sent me a package. I don't know. It's been months. Joe would say he sent it to me last year. Joe would say I got this in 2024. And I still haven't unboxed this guy. I am probably the world's slowest shipper and unboxer. If you give me a gift, I am horrible with opening those. I'm terrible when So you're right though, Joe. I am very slow with stuff. Yeah. So don't worry though. If you ever buy a comic off me, if you actually give me physical cash, I am much faster. So I do respect when people make a purchase, which I don't sell comics very often, but when I do respect that. Other than that, though, if you send me something, don't expect me to open it right away unless you like ask me to open it right away. And even then, I might delay more than you would like. And if I owe you a prize pack, it may take a while for me to also ship that to you, especially if it's a bigger box. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm just bad with stuff like that. You got it last December. All right. So what you're telling me is I got to wait one more month to open it to make it a full solid year. Damn. He is waiting for the perfect time to open it, Joe. All right. What are we at? I see a couple of people just hanging back, so I'll give you like another minute to put in the hashtag if you want. In the meantime, we'll look at some more books. We got X Corp number 1 milligram. Remember when they used to sell that flower? Talon number 0, part of the New 52. It looks Snyder and James Tynan worked on this with Gilliam March. Uh-oh, that's not good, Joe. No. Death of Glory number 1. Look, got some Alias. Alias 24. Purple part 1. Got the Purple Man. Alias part 2. I mean, not part 2. 25. Purple part 2. We got issue 26. Purple part 3. And then we got all these really cool covers, right? So. Trying to take some writing over here. Yeah, just some random writing on the cover. But all really cool. What do we got? Secret Files and Origins, The Flash, Compass issue number 1. Got an Image. This one had an interesting price. It was like $3, not $2.99, not $3.99. Oh no, I was wrong. $3.99. I thought that was one of those weird ones where it was just. Apparently, I got another Talon number 0, and then we got some Warren Ellis, Declan Shalvey, Jordy Belair, Moon Knight number 2. That's the miniseries in the Alias comics involving the Purple Man. I think that is the one where he essays Jessica Jones. Yeah, I think that's what they based the some of the Netflix show on. But yeah, that was definitely and that was part of the Max line of books, so that was supposed to be adult content. It didn't have to be adult content, but it was, adult. They said, there may be some adult themes happening in these books. So, all right, let's go ahead and spin this. But yeah, that definitely was a controversial series, if you want. They did. They dialed it back. Oh, Dagger gets another duck. Shocker! Congratulations, Dagger, on another duck. Hey, what's up? Will's in the house. W Vogs in the house. Just wanted to say hi before I go to bed. Much love. Much love to you too, Will. Hope you're doing all right, Vogsy. And we're actually heading out myself. I'm about to end this. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, but it's 11:58, so it's almost midnight, and we got to get to bed. Woohoo, I'm keeping this one. I got you. I got you down, Dagger. Keep your duck. I was like, Kirby, why are you saying hi? I'm right here. We already said hi. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Boggs is here. All right, guys. Let's see. I know I already did a little dancing earlier, but
he's trying to get the ball back. I said, the right move. I know before a match.
all right, that was my interpretive. We're getting out of here. Good night, dance. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. It was awesome. We almost made it to 2 hours, but I got to get out of here. I don't know why I have to get out of here, but I do. No, I got to get ready for bed. Tomorrow I got some things going on. Real world. So we will we'll be ready for it with a little bit of sleep. That's right. Have a great night, everyone. Guys, don't forget to follow Dagger. Watch what he's doing. He's supporting our vets. He's always doing something for a good cause. So go ahead and check out Dagger and make sure you could support him however it is, even if it's just a good word. Like, you can do it. Right now, he's in the process of, I believe, it's staying physically active for 30 minutes every day for 30 days. So that is a lot. Coming 2026, we'll be appearing on this. There you go. So go ahead, hit that up and do that. Oh, anytime, bud. Anytime. I appreciate you, sir. All right. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Everybody have a great night. Have a great evening. I will see you on Wednesday, possibly, for New Comic Book Day. Why? With my co-host, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, PSG, Aaron, where I will be showing off my new comics, trying to read them, and then he will be questioning their existence. So why do I read the books? Yeah, tomorrow or Wednesday morning, the preview of new comic books for the week should be coming out. I've been trying to drop it on Wednesday mornings, but I feel like it gets lost in the flow. I just figured it could be like the last thing you check out before you actually head to the comic store, or check it out while you're at the comic store. But it doesn't seem to be having the same impact as it does on Tuesday nights. So I might be moving that video back to Tuesday nights, or I may just try one more week. Maybe giving it one more week will allow audience members to figure out that it moved to Wednesday mornings. So yes. So we'll see. But yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday morning, depending on how I feel, the preview of the comic books for this week will be coming out. But and then Monday I don't know if we'll do this again because I'll be traveling on Monday, but we'll try to do something before I head out on Monday. But yeah, comic fans, thank you for tuning in. Do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next week's Monday Night Raw books. Raw books. So yeah, that's it, guys. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notify, all those buttons. Thing I'm contractually obligated to tell you. And that's it, guys. I really hope you all have a pleasant rest of your week. If I don't see you, peace, deuces, we're out. Cheek. That's right. Keep doing what you're doing.